In this video, we'll quickly cover suspension seat post options for hardtail cross-country bike riders. For clarification, this video will not cover dropper seat posts and is not intended for racing, riders of full suspension bikes, all-mountain, enduro, or downhill. Not all cross-country riders want or need a dropper seat post, and there's plenty of other post comparison videos out there. I'll also not be reviewing any beach cruiser linear suspension posts since they function at the wrong angle. As with all other bike parts, weather, temperature, and rider weight should also be taken into account before making any purchases. Currently, there are several seat posts that are appropriate for cross-country riding that function at the appropriate angle. Since weight is a big factor for cross-country riders, I've decided to start with the heaviest seat post and end with the lightest. At the top of our list, the Suntour NCX SP12. This seat post uses a spring-loaded piston inside the post. It weighs 765 grams or 1.69 pounds and has 50 millimeters of travel. And the price is typically about $125. This post is recommended for riders that don't want the undampened spring bounce that occurs with some of the other suspension seat posts. The bottom of the post has an adjustment for the preload, and the biggest complaint about this post is that it can wear against the saddle rails. Also, the rail clamps are on the sides instead of on the top and bottom. Therefore, if you have a carbon saddle or other 7x9 rails, they will not fit properly. It's possible that they do make a 7x9 adapter for this post, but I've been unable to find one. So the dampened shock is good, but the rail rubbing is not a good sign. With all that said, it's important to note that this post is top heavy. As a beginner to cross-country mountain biking, when you gain confidence and speed, that top weight starts to become a hassle when making tight, quick turns. The safe angle for the bike in turns is much tighter, and you run a risk of either having a washout or overshooting a turn. Next up is the Cane Creek Buster LT for long travel. This seat post has become the recommended standard in seat post suspensions for the casual cross-country riders. It weighs 495 grams or 1.3 pounds and has a huge 75 millimeters of travel. It is available in various sizes, lengths, and can accommodate various rider weights with the included set of insert elastomers. The build quality is also excellent, and I rode the thud Buster LT for 4 years and it still looks and rides like the day I got it. It can get bouncy though on rough terrain if you don't get off of your saddle very much. Also, the extended amount of travel can frequently become a concern. At a going price of about $130, it's a reliable post, great for beginners and riders that are concerned about their backside, but it is still very top heavy. Next on the list is the Tamer Pivot Plus XC. This suspension seat post also has a spring piston like the Suntour. Its weight is just 460 grams or 1.01 pounds and has 65 millimeters of travel. Like the thud Buster, it does not have dampening and can get bouncy. However, it does have a preload adjustment just like the Suntour does. The price is just $115 and I consider it to be a slightly lower quality, slightly less weight, and a lower price than the thud Buster. We also have on the list the Body Float Bike Suspension Carbon Post. This post is rather new and there are not many long-term reviews on it yet. It weighs just 428 grams or 0.94 pounds and has 38 millimeters of travel. Uses replaceable springs and also has no dampening. The price is a whopping $395 and is the most expensive one available. And last is an honorable mention of the Niner RDO seat post. This seat post is just 220 grams or 0.46 pounds. The price is $190, but the travel is just 8 millimeters, less than 1 centimeter. So it may take a little bite out of the ride, but it's not intended for the casual middle-aged schmuck like me. So what suspension seat post am I using? Well, like a true lab rat, I'm trying something that may not be the best of ideas for an idiot cross-country rider. I'm testing out a knockoff seat post of the Canyon VCLS 2.0. I know the seat post is a knockoff because I got a 31.6 millimeter size, and a real Canyon seat post is only available in 27.2 millimeters. With that said, it weighs just 225 grams or 0.5 pounds and only cost me $55. Since it uses side rail clamps, I had to special order a 7x9 flip head kit from Germany for it to work with my carbon rail saddles. The total cost with the 7x9 rail kit was $99. So far, I love it. The combined total weight of this post and my carbon saddle is just 365 grams, or 0.8 pounds. The travel is only 20 millimeters, but I found that it's enough to ease the ride and greatly reduce the top heaviness of my bike, making it much easier to turn quickly with less kissing the ground. So how long will this knockoff suspension C-post last on the cross-country trails? I have no clue. I've had to tighten it a couple times in the first few miles, but for now it's holding off really well. How long do you think a knockoff C-post will actually last? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you have a suspension C-post, tell us your model and your experiences. Thanks, and have fun out there.